Kyler Murray, fresh off another great performance, roughed up TCU with 4 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season. His dad was a great quarterback at Texas A&M. He was drafted and signed by the Oakland A's to play baseball, and he's up there among the top performers for the Heisman Trophy. Kyler Murray, Oklahoma quarterback, joining us. All right, official height and weight is what?
Official height and weight. I'd like to say 5'10". 5'10". I'm giving you the real numbers, I believe. 5'10", I'm 195 right now.
Okay. But can you also get more credit by being a little bit smaller? So maybe you go 5'9" and 3/4, and then people might look at these numbers that are already impressive and say, wow, look at those numbers by that guy.
It really doesn't matter to me, but if you want to say 5'9", it doesn't really matter to me. But I guess you have a point. I guess it's pretty impressive either way it goes because I'm not the biggest guy, but I don't really look at it too much.
What's your nickname?
My boys call me K1. It's just simple and smooth.
Was it that way in high school? Same nickname?
Yes, sir.
All right, K1. I like it. All right, it works. Have you ever? I know that in high school you didn't lose, right? What are you 42-0?
I was 42-0 as a starter.
Okay,
but we actually lost. We lost the game before I started my first game. So it took us a loss for me to become the starter, basically.
Oh, so if you don't lose that game, you don't start.
It was a game before the bye week, and I was young. I had just moved to a new school, and I think they were just trying to get me, acclimated to the offense. Working through some things, and then that tragedy kind of happened. We don't lose a lot now in Texas, so it just kind of shook things up. And then after that, I think it was just a necessary move.
Now, when you go to Texas A&M originally, you're sort of hailed as the next Johnny Manziel. Is that what the headlines or that some of the articles about you?
I think I think the ability that I have kind of gave that spark, and then he had been there, I think 2 years before I got there, and Aggieland was popping at the time, and so I think everybody had a hope that I would be able to do the same thing.
But when you visited, did you meet him?
I actually met Johnny at a Elite 11 camp in Dallas. It was at the Cowboys facility. That was the first time I met him.
When did you know that you could play at a high level football?
I think when it started happening in high school. Growing up, I knew I wasn't going to be the tallest guy, so I actually I didn't believe. There weren't a lot of short quarterbacks at the time, at the high level. So I didn't think, I'd be one of those high recruited guys. I thought I'd always have to, kind of work my way up to the top, go to a lower college, and pretty much just ball from there and, just prove to everybody that I could do it at a high level. So, but I also believe, at high school is when I believe that, I kind of gained the confidence. I've always had the confidence, but the confidence of me being able to do it at this level.
Who's your idol? Who'd you look up to?
My idol? As far as any sport or just
let's do football.
All right, football. I love Russell, but I think the way Tom Brady just I think his leadership and how he carries himself, he's just a smooth guy at all times. Doesn't matter the situation, he's clutch. I think Tom Brady's the guy. If
you could ask him one question, what would you ask Brady?
What would I ask Brady? I'd probably have to ask him how he's done it for so long.
It's weird, though, because you're as athletic as anybody who plays this position, and he's not very athletic, so...
Not at all.
Could you beat Brady in a 40-yard dash running backwards? He runs forward.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's right. Now, who was your baseball idol?
Baseball? Growing up, I played infield, and I don't know if many people are familiar with Jose Reyes was my favorite player growing up.
Really?
Yeah, I was a Mets fan just because him and him, Delgado, Belichick. Yeah, I was a Mets fan.
Didn't somebody try to steer you away from being a Mets fan? Although they did go to the World Series. I'm trying to think when you would have fallen in love with the Mets when they were actually good. 10 years ago?
Yeah. I was a young kid. I think I was in elementary school. His swag he played with. He played shortstop as well. So I just kind of clicked.
What's tougher, college football or college baseball?
College football, college baseball. I don't know. They're both pretty hard. It's not easy to do. I mean, at this level, baseball is a game of failure. And the year before this past year, I didn't have a very good season. So I think baseball is a harder game in general.
But when you fall, like if I said we could watch the Oakland A's play a baseball game or watch Dallas Cowboys play a football game, and we had to decide what we're just watching, like what do you love watching? Would you watch football or baseball?
I would watch the football game.
Okay. But you're going to be playing baseball for a living.
Yeah. Yep.
But
I would definitely watch the football game.
But do you love football more than baseball, even though you might be more successful at baseball or have a longer career in baseball?
I mean, I love both. It's not the question if I love both. It's just, they're two different games. I can't really explain it. Unless you just play both at this level, you really don't know. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, it's just like you said, football. You get the rush of running out to 100,000 people, and then baseball, you got maybe 5,000 people watching you. It's just different.
well, that's another thing. You probably play in stadiums that weren't as good as the stadium you had in high school.
Exactly. Yeah, no doubt.
How many seats? How many fans at a Allen High School football game? What did seat?
The stadium seated, I want to say somewhere between 16 to 18,000, but we squeezed in like 20,000 at times. And then state championship games and Cowboys in Jerry's World, probably the most I think was like 56,000 or something like that.
Isn't that weird? I mean, I guess.
It's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
So if you go out in front of 100,000, I mean, what's 100 if you played in front of 50, right?
You just gotta. I mean, I don't take it for granted, but I mean, it doesn't really affect me as much. Some atmospheres are a little different.
He's Kyler Murray. You can call him K1 if you want. He's the Oklahoma Sooners quarterback. How good was your dad at A&M?
I mean, he'd tell you he's a man, but I believe he's pretty good though. No, I've watched. We've grown up. I've seen it all the games. So I wish he never got hurt. I feel like he would have had a great shot in the NFL, but everything happens for a reason, and I think he was pretty good though.
Yeah, Texas A&M Hall of Famer. At what point did you become better than your dad?
Better. I don't know. I mean, I'm still striving to be the best I can be. I'm not really. I don't know. He'd tell you never, but I think I'm all right now.
When do you know that Coach Riley's upset with you?
Well, no, I know. I don't think he gets upset at me a lot. I don't know.
With your numbers, I can understand that. 25 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But has he been upset at you? Does he yell at you?
He honestly hasn't really. I think he the most mad he's been at me this season probably is from just me making a read that I know I wasn't supposed to make, and kind of trying to fit a ball in a certain area that I wasn't supposed to do. So, I mean, between me and him, there's not really much him getting angry at me for the most part. I try to keep it that way.
What's the Heisman Trophy mean to you?
Heisman Trophy, something I've dreamed of as a kid. Growing up, you play NCAA football on Xbox and stuff like that. I've dreamt of that. I've dreamt of winning the Heisman my whole life. So, if I was able to do that here, it'd mean a lot to me. I know it'd mean a lot to the university and the fans. my family, especially with Bake doing it last year. I think it'd be pretty special.
How often do you stay in touch with Baker Mayfield?
Oh yeah, Bake's my boy. We don't talk a lot right now, just because we're both kind of busy. I know he's busy up there in Cleveland. Tough loss this past weekend, by the way. But yeah, no, we don't talk too much. But I think we both understand that it's a mutual thing, and he knows I'm ready to go every Saturday. I know he's ready to go every Sunday. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Have you practiced the Heisman pose?
When I was young.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. If I said you had to go against Baker Mayfield in a throwing contest or a dancing contest?
I would choose both.
Really? He really thinks he can dance.
I know he does. I don't know why. I've seen him dance for quite a bit. He's got more rhythm than most, but there's a little stiffness in there.
Well, he was trying to get me to help him be a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake. That was his dream.
Yeah, he's got an obsession with Justin.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. He was like, "God, can you do that? Can you hook me up?" And I said, "I can see. I don't know how good you are. I've seen a couple of these dances, if you want to call it that, but it feels like Justin Timberlake's going to ask a little bit more." But
definitely.
Hey, congrats so far on the season, and good luck with your professional career, and good luck running the table there with the Sooners. Thank you, Kyler. We appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate having me on.
Yeah, good kid. It was fun. K1. His dad was really good. But you start out at A&M, you're the next Johnny Manziel, and then all of a sudden end up at Oklahoma, and you follow Baker Mayfield Jr. III. I think it's gone pretty well for him.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.